Hello, MCCDC church family. My name is Jules Christian, and I'm a chaplain at Holy Cross Hospital, coming today from the front lines to share with you. Thank you, Reverend Dwayne and Reverend Kathy, for the opportunity. And thank you to my church family there in person in DC and around the world watching by live stream for your prayers and support. For all of us who are working on the front lines, we need it now more than ever. I know everyone across the globe is impacted and affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. But unless you have been in a hospital or nursing or mental health care facility and seen the amount of pain and suffering and death and working more with less people and less supplies, you may not understand and appreciate the challenge. If you know me very well, you know I'm a little bit of a workaholic, and I like to think I'm just very dedicated to the work I do, not easily overwhelmed. And I can tell you that as I stand before you now, at the end of the day, it has been exhausting, and only by God's grace are we making it through. I also know that God is bigger than COVID-19. God did not cause this pandemic. God is sad along with those who have lost and are hurting and suffering. And God is standing with us as we're fighting this. I do believe that we will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I do believe that the righteous will never be forsaken and that God will never leave us but is ever present with us. You know, breathing is what this pandemic has caused people that are infected to have a problem, not being able to breathe because of the infection in their lungs. Walking through the walls of these hospitals is hard to breathe, not only because of the physical germs and evidence that is just hanging in the air, but the emotional heaviness and grief and pain and never knowing when it's going to end. One of the hardest things for me as someone who's a bit claustrophobic is every day when I go into COVID positive rooms or when I'm with families, I have to wear a respirator mask and a surgical mask and a head covering, a face shield, gown, and gloves. Just getting in and out of those things take a lot of time, but when you're in them, it is so hard to really be able to catch your breath. Dealing with all of this has reminded me more than ever how we need God and the breath of God. And the power of God that gives us breath carries us through. The song has stuck with me. This is the air I breathe, your holy presence living in me, and I'm desperate for you, and God, I'm lost without you. I'm desperate for you. That song has been with me as I've struggled to breathe, as I have been in this hospital and laying down my life and being with those who are laying down their lives. Every day I try to choose a different song or scripture or poem to meditate on, to see me through and to encourage me. I encourage you today, and however this pandemic is affecting you, reach out, ask for support and prayer. Don't just try to be positive and work your way through. Talk about what's going on. Don't just get down in the dumps and suffer and be negative all the time. Reach up into the Spirit and pull yourself up. We're all in this together. We're all facing this hard time, and yet God is here. God is drawing us closer by the Spirit if we will listen, if we will press in, if we will know who our life and breath comes from. Where do we get our help from? It comes in the name of the Lord. I am confident that we will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. My dear friends, I love you and I miss you. Ask God what you can do today. Write a letter to a healthcare professional. Put a sign in your yard. Make some personal protective equipment and give it away. Buy some and donate it. Get on your knees and say a prayer. Encourage yourself so you can encourage someone who is down. I love you so much. I miss you. I can't wait to be with you. God bless you.